Reproduction in organisms. Each and every organisms can live only for a certain period of time. During this period, these organisms take birth, grows, mature, reproduces its own kind, become old, and finally dies. The period from birth to natural death of an organism represents its lifespan. The lifespan of different organisms are: elephant 70 to 90 years, dog 20 to 30 years, crow 15 years, cow 20 to 26 years, fruit fly 1 to 2 months, rose plant 10 years, butterfly 1 to 2 weeks, banana plant 2 to 3 years, parrot 140 years, horse 40 to 50 years, rice plant 4 to 5 months, banyan tree 200 to 500 years, tortoise 100 to 150 years. Here is the elephant with 70 to 90 years, the rose plant for 10 years, dog for 20 to 30 years, butterfly 1 to 2 weeks, crow 15 years, banana plant 2 to 3 years, cow 20 to 26 years, parrot 140 years, crocodile 60 years, horse 40 to 50 years, fruit fly 1 to 2 months, rice plant 4 to 5 months, tortoise 100 to 150 years, and banyan tree for 200 to 500 years. Lifespan, it may be as short as few days or as long as a few thousand years. Between these two extremes are the lifespan of most of other living organisms. Lifespan of organisms are not necessarily created with their sizes. For example, just see the size of the crow and the parrot. Both are having almost equal in size. But the lifespan of the crow is 15 years and that of a parrot is 140 years. So, the lifespan there shows a wide difference. Similarly, a mango tree has a much shorter lifespan as compared to banyan tree. The death of every individual organism is a certainty. No individual is immortal except single-celled organisms. Single-celled organisms do not have a natural death. When they grow up, they divide into daughter cells and no body part is left to die. Such organisms are immortal. For example, amoeba, paramecium, euglena, etc. Reproduction. It is a process in living organisms that ensure their continuity. It is a biological process in which an organism gives rise to young ones. The offsprings grow, mature, and in turn produce new offsprings. There is a cycle of birth, growth, and death. Reproduction enables the continuity of the species generation after generation. Important factors which are collectively responsible for reproduction are organisms' habitat and internal physiology. Habitat means the place where an organism lives. Reproduction are of two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, single parent is involved without the gamete fusion. So it is uniparental. Uni means one and parental means the parents. So uniparental means only one parent is involved. In sexual reproduction, two parents of opposite sexes are involved without the fusion of the male and the female gametes. So it is biparental. Bi means two, parental means the parents. So two parents are involved in reproduction. Asexual reproduction. It is the process by which a single individual is capable of producing offsprings. The offsprings produced as a result of asexual reproduction are exactly identical to their parents. The genetically and morphologically similar individuals are called clones. Asexual reproduction is common among single-celled organisms and in plants and animals with relatively simple organization. In protists and monerans, the organism or the parent cell divides into two or give rise to new individuals. Thus, in these organisms, cell division itself a mode of reproduction. Here are the pictures of the bacteria, amoeba, paramecium, euglena. They are all unicellular organisms. Many single-celled organisms reproduce by binary fission. Bi means two, fission means splitting. So here a cell divides into two halves and each rapidly grows into an adult. Example of organisms in which binary fission is taking place are amoeba, paramecium, etc. In yeast, division is unequal and small buds are produced that remains attached initially to the parent cell, which eventually gets separated and mature into new yeast organism. Members of kingdom fungi and simple plants like algae reproduce by asexual reproductive structures like zoospores. Zoospores are microscopic motile structures. During the zoospore formation, the protoplast of the cell divides mitotically into 2 to 8 daughter protoplasts. Each daughter protoplast develops cell wall and flagella to become transformed into zoospores. Each zoospore grows into an adult cell. Example, Chlamydomonas. Next is by conidia. Conidia are non-motile, exogenously produced asexual structures found in many fungi. Exogenously means they are produced outwards. They are formed at the tips of special hyphae called conidiophores. Example for the organism which produce conidia is penicillium. Gemmules. In Sponchilla, the endogenous buds are commonly called gemmules or internal buds. Endogenously means the buds are produced inside. These gemmules are resistant to adverse conditions. During favorable conditions, each gemmule develops into new sponge. Here are the pictures for the various types of asexual reproduction. Here this is a binary fission in amoeba. This is the parent cell. First the division of the nucleus takes place, followed by the division of the cytoplasm, resulting in the formation of two daughter cells. Here is the budding in yeast. This small protuberance formed is the bud, and this bud develops to form the new individual. Here this is conidia in Penicillia. These structures are the conidiophores. The conidiophores at the tip, they produce the conidia, which are the asexually reproducing spores. Here the buds in hydra. This is the small bud or the protuberance formed on the parent body. When they become mature, they get pinched off from the parent plant and that develops to form the new individual. Here the zoospores in chlamydomonas. And this is the gemmules in sponges. These structures are the gemmules. In plants, asexual reproduction is by vegetative propagation. The process of the formation of a new plant from any of the vegetative parts of the plant like root, stem, leaves, flower buds, etc. is called vegetative propagation. The units of vegetative propagules are runner, rhizome, sucker, tuber, offset, bulb, etc. They are all capable of giving rise to new offsprings and these structures are called vegetative propagules. Here are the various vegetative propagules: runner, rhizome, sucker, tuber, offspet and the bulb. Here this is a picture of water hyacinth. Water hyacinth is known as the terror of Bengal because it drains oxygen from the water, which leads to the death of aquatic organisms. This plant was introduced in India because of its beautiful flowers and shape of leaves. Here is the flower. It is very beautiful to see. And the shape of the leaf, here you can see the bulbous petiole. It can propagate vegetatively at a phenomenal rate and spread all over the water body in a short period of time. It is very difficult to get rid of them. In rhizome of banana and ginger and buds which are known as the eyes in potato tuber, new plantlets arise from the nodes present in the modified stems of these plants. When nodes come in contact with the damp soil or water, they produce the roots and the new plants. Adventitious buds arise from the notches present at the margin of the leaves of bryophyllum. Here this is the bryophyllum. Here these are the margin of the leaves and from the margin notches of the leaves the new buds are developing. Asexual and sexual modes of reproduction are exhibited by higher plants. Only sexual mode of reproduction is present in most of the animals. So from this session we have learnt what is lifespan. The period from birth to the death of the plant or an organism is known as the lifespan. Reproduction is the process by which new individuals are produced from their parents. Reproduction are of two types: asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, new individuals are produced from a single parent and the newly formed individuals are exactly identical to their parents. In sexual reproduction, new individuals are produced from two parents of opposite sexes.